This is the first dog we're going to show you today. You're looking at Big Rhonda, who is not all that big, very frankly. She is a spayed female Boston Terrier mix. She's about 8 years old. Now, this is a sniffy dog. She likes to put her nose in everything. She likes to check everything out. She's a very curious girl. She gets on well with kids, cats, and other dogs. She likes to walk. She's not a toy player. She's a people player. She likes to be petted. She likes to be loved. She loves attention, and she's fascinated by that camera. This is a sweet, outgoing, loving dog, and 8 for a dog this small is just solidly into happy middle age. Yes, you're a good girl. She's a very, very good girl, and her name is Big Rhonda. The dog you're looking at now is Norman. Norman is a 5-year-old Basset Hound with a very happy tail, I have to tell you. He's very sweet. He likes to socialize with people. And, you know, you don't realize how big a Basset is. He's a little afraid of the camera. He is. He needs to be an only dog because he doesn't seem to like other dogs. But he loves to walk. He loves to sniff everything. The tail wags and wags and wags, and he walks very nicely on a leash. Actually, he's got a beautiful stance when he stands. I mean, almost looks like the dog was trained to show at one point, but it's just the way he's standing, and I guess for Norman it's natural. He is sweet. He is loving. If you're happy with one dog, and I mean by lengthwise, Norman is a dog and a half, but if you're happy with one dog and you know Bassets, they are incredibly dear, and Norman is looking for a forever home of his own. Nicole is an 18-month-old Beagle Basset mix. She's great with people, not so good with other dogs. So again, oh yes, this needs to be an only, though she does like cats. She likes going for walks. She loves sitting in your lap. And she sounds just like a beagle. Yes, indeed. She'll tell you long stories. She'll tell you all about how hard life is when you're in the kennel and how badly, it's okay, she can come to me, and how badly she wants to go home with someone. She is just as sweet as she could be. And again, you look at that metronome of a tail that never stops wagging. She's absolutely a love. Her name is Nicole, and she wants out of here, guys. Yes, she does. She wants to be petted. I want to be loved. The dog you're looking at now is Checkers. Checkers is a Beagle Pointer cross. He's only a year old, and he's very much a puppy in his behavior. He's strong. He does not walk nicely on a leash. He does love people, and if you stop and pet him, he is so happy. He needs a lot of training. Great with kids. They said might be a little rough with cats because even though he doesn't want to hurt them, he kind of plays rough with them, and they're not as strong as we would like. He is good with other dogs. High energy dog, needs lots of exercise, but sweet, great temperament, very loving, very friendly. What he needs is a good series of obedience classes so that he'll walk nicely on a leash and not pull, and so that he'll do the things that you want him to do. But he will do them and he will learn them because he really, really, really wants to please. This is a dog that is very, very bonded to people. And so he'll do whatever he can to please his person. He would love for you to come and be his person, and his name is Checkers. This little girl is Maisy. Maisy is a Bichon mix, spayed female. She's about 10. This is the perfect dog for an older person or an older couple. She belonged to an elderly couple who could no longer keep her for medical reasons, and they had to give her up. She's quiet, she's sweet, she's gentle. She loves to go on walks. She loves to be cuddled. She's just the perfect dog for someone who doesn't want a dog that's going to run around, a dog that'll stand and be brushed, a dog that'll sit on their lap or their couch, or as close to her person as she can be, because she is a very loving little dog. She just doesn't understand why she's here, and she's totally bewildered. but she's very, very sweet and very, very dear. And she's looking for a family, a new family for herself. Her name is Maisy. Now, for you lab people, Happiness is a dog named Laser. Laser is only a year old. He is a black lab, very, very much a puppy, and definitely needs training. But he really seems like he's eager to learn. He loves to play fetch. He loves to have his butt scratched. Not fully house trained yet, but they're working at it. He needs love, understanding, patience, and knowing that a 1-year-old lab is going to be strong and hyper and active and playful, and all of the things get into all kinds of trouble because he's a 1-year-old lab, and labs, being retrievers, play with their mouths. And he is, just happy and wonderful and lovely and just a little young guy. So if you got the time to train him and the strength to handle him, Laser is looking for someone who will take him home and turn him from kind of an unformed year-old happy-go-lucky puppy into a family member and with lots of people to love, because he's got lots of love to give. His name is Laser. This little ball of love you're looking at is Molly. Molly is 3 years old. She's a Shih Tzu Yorkie mix. She's absolutely darling. Very sweet and playful. She likes to play tug of war if you tug gently. And she chases balls. She walks nicely on a leash, except every once in a while she'll take the leash in her mouth and she will lead you. She loves being groomed. She likes being cuddled. She's great with people. She's great. Bring her a little closer so we can get a close-up of that face, because it is so adorable. Thank you. She's just good with people. She's great with other dogs. She is the cutest thing with that hair around her face. She looks like a little Chewbacca as far as I'm concerned. But she's not. She's a little Molly, and she's proud of the fact that she's a little Molly, and she is a very big lover. She's looking for a forever home. She would fit into any home, small people, big people, old people, young people. Wherever she goes, she will crawl into your heart because she's just that sweet. And her name is Molly. This is the last dog we're going to show you, and he is our special needs dog. His name is Chewy. Chewy is a 9-year-old shepherd mix who is heartworm positive. He is in a process of treatment. During the treatment, he's afraid of the camera. Don't bring him too close. He's afraid. We don't want to do that. When they're being treated for heartworm, they're not supposed to get terribly excited and raise the heart rate, because there are worms in the heart that become pumped into the body. So he goes out as a temporary foster to adopt. In other words, Save a Pet will cover the cost of his medication and his vet care until he's heartworm clear, at which point he is yours and you have adopted him and you become responsible for everything else about him. He is quiet and affectionate. He likes to search for hidden treats, and he loves squeaky toys. He likes being petted. This guy is always wagging his tail. He is incredibly sweet, incredibly dear, and will be a wonderful, wonderful pet once he gets over this bout of heartworms. He's beautiful, he's loving, he's sweet, and Save a Pet really needs someone to come. Can you get him around so we can see his face? Yeah, we don't want to see his butt because his face is pretty and his butt is boring. He is beautiful, and he is sweet, and he is loving, and he is good. And what he wants is a home with someone who will take him home, make sure he gets his medication till he's all better, make sure that he doesn't run and get wild until he's all better, and then just love him for the rest of his life. His name is Chewy. There are wonderful dogs here and wonderful cats. A few kittens right now, not many. But boy, the cats are just fabulous. And every dog and every cat in a cage here dreams of being someone's special pet. The only way that will happen is if you come out. If you have room in your home and your heart, please come and adopt and make one of these animals very, very happy.